Okay, we are officially live.
We're live in his house.
It's actually kind of springy. But it is what it is.
Oh my. That was a wild ride. Okay.
That was a weird mess. Yes, it was.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody.
To the Benchwarmers podcast.
It's a new day. It's another week.
Another week. We are no
supplying
longer.
you guys with the episode.
We are no longer a week ahead. So you guys are seeing this literally a day. Or you guys are going to see this the same week it's being uploaded. So it's good and it's great. It's not, well,
I mean, out of all the weeks that it could happen, I think this is the best time because, I mean, we're kind of up to date now with everything, like the All-Star game and all that is coming up. So I feel like we're out of all the times it could happen, this is the best time it could because, you know, we're in the loop. Not really, but you know.
Yeah. Next week we need to we're gonna catch up a little bit, so we'll be a week ahead eventually. Again, we got to record somewhere along the line. We need to record a couple, and yeah, we'll catch up. But you guys won't even notice that, so I don't know.
You guys are just watching.
I don't even know why we even keep bringing it up, to be honest.
Yeah, we love talking about things that does not matter to the audience.
No, it doesn't matter at all because they're literally not gonna notice the difference.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
But that's just it is what it is, you know. But yeah, we got the All-Star game coming up, which is pretty exciting on Sunday.
Yeah. Don't know why it's got to be Sunday. You know, I'm just stretching here. All right.
Yeah,
I don't know why
guess
it's Sunday because
yeah,
it's supposed to be all in one night. Obviously, I guess to minimize the exposure for stuff going on.
Wait, really? It's all like everything, like the 3-point contest and all that. It's all in one night.
Yeah, it's all in one night. They have it so. They have it so the dunk contest is going to be in the halftime show basically, and then it starts off with the skills competition, which is at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then the game starts at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then the dunk competitions, like I said, is halftime show.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just regular, like full All-Star game.
Because I don't know who's competing in the 3-point competition. Obviously, Steph Curry is in it, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah,
he has to play in the All-Star game and shoot in the 3-point contest all in one night.
The same day. Yeah. But I heard like about the dunk contest. I heard a lot of people like turn down the dunk contest. Like a lot of people who they were hoping to be in it. They turned it down. Yeah.
We're going to do like a live thing. So you're going to have two kind of podcasty things. So this one's not going to be quite as long just because there's going to be two things uploaded this week. It's going to be a bonus thing because this week, I guess, because it's Friday to Friday. So on Sunday, when the All-Star game is, we will be live on the channel. We're aware that we're not going to get anyone to actually watch it live. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that as another podcast. So there's actually going to be, in 1 week, you're actually going to get 3 uploads because you're going to get this on Friday. Then you're going to get the live event thing. And then you're going to get another podcast the following Friday. So it's going to be a bunch of content this week. So this episode is going to be shorter because we figured we could cut this one a bit shorter, and that because where we have the live event and then we have another thing. So the live event is going to be like 2 hours long. So, you know, because the All-Star game is like 2 hours long.
Yeah. So we're just going to be sitting in through that, and hopefully you guys come. You know, we're not expecting we're not big crowd to show up.
We're obviously just going to commentate through it. We obviously can't show it, but we're going to be in this same setting, except we're just going to be watching the game as
we're
we
just gonna
do
be
it.
chilling. It's gonna be different than a podcast. We're just gonna be just watching it and doing whatever. It's not really gonna be any like any formalized thing. We're just gonna be chilling. Um, and and I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, we'll probably put something if we can. We're probably gonna put something like the live score up on the live stream, just so if we can.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I'll figure it out and see what we can do here. I got to figure out
yeah,
how I'm gonna watch it on my actual setup. So I got to figure that out.
yeah,
But we'll figure it out.
yeah. But it should be good. It should be good. All in one night is gonna be. It's gonna be different. It doesn't really feel like an All-Star game, obviously, with the whole different situation going on. But yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah.
Couple people that are injured, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So I was gonna mention about what you said about players being injured now. Like that's what I'm so surprised of. Like players afraid to get injured is what I was gonna say is that I'm actually surprised that the All-Star game. I feel like you're gonna see more and more um, held back, and like just because I feel like players now are more afraid to get injured, and I was thinking
Hmm.
the same thing when it went to. I seen like there was like old clips on like back in the day, like Dominic um, Dominic Wilkins and Vince Carter dunking,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And like crazy dunks in game. And I'm like, you don't see that anymore. And the reason why you don't see
No.
it is because players are afraid to get injured now.
Yeah.
They don't do that. They don't want to risk getting injured, so therefore they don't do it, which is
Yeah.
crazy because
And
like
you'll see
players back in
players
the
on
day.
fast and you'll see players on fast breaks. They'll just like they won't do anything fancy.
Yeah,
They'll
they'll
just
just
come up.
like either lay it up or it's just like a one like every now
Yeah.
and then you might see LeBron throw down his infamous tomahawk, or
Yeah.
but
Well,
like
obviously.
other than that, like you don't really because they're just afraid to get injured now, which is crazy. Because like back in the day, you used to see a lot of like, well, you got like the Vince Carters and like the Dominic Wilkins guys they're gone. I think those days are gone.
Yeah. Well, it was just a lot. I don't know. It was just a lot more. I feel like it was like back in the day. There was just so much like show to the game. I don't know what it was. Like it was just
It was
like
more, uh, it was more traditional basketball than what it is now.
yeah. And even just like the aggressiveness and everything was
Yeah.
just much more like harder. Like like
It's more traditional basketball than what it is now. Like now it's more like um I don't know. It's more like I guess it's more professionalized. I don't know how you call it. Like the
yeah.
game is now like
Yeah.
it's not like when you're watching the NBA, yeah, it's basketball, but it's like
It's
it's
kind of
gotten a
like
lot soft. It's a soft version of basketball.
yeah.
Like you watch the NBA, it's a lot softer now. Yeah, you can say what you like. Yeah, it's aggressive and whatever. Playoffs is a little bit different, but in general, the NBA is a soft. It's just a soft, laid back version
Oh yeah.
of the game.
Even the refs lately, oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous. Some of these clips that I see on Instagram and stuff of the refs calling techs on people like or like I guess yeah, like a technical foul. It's insane. Like one time I think it was like Giannis came down and he dunked it and he just like he walked away and kind of just like gave the guy a little stare and the ref called a tech on him. It's like,
Yeah, there's
are you kidding me?
the game has gotten. That's what I mean by soft.
Yeah. And then there was another instance where, oh, man, I can't remember who the player was now, but they got a call on him, and the player, he passed it to the ref around another player. He kind of, when they pass it and they kind of spin the ball and it kind of bounces towards them like that. You know what I'm talking about. They
Yeah,
throw it and they kind of spin it.
yeah,
He threw it and he spun it like he just passed it to the ref. He just passed the ref the ball. He was passing it around another player, spun it to him. The ball hit the ref because he wasn't looking, and then he teed whoever the player was up, and it's like what?
yeah.
Like
Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
they're just throwing around text like it's nothing. Like
Yeah, yeah.
so soft now.
Oh, the league is. It's just like I said. That's why back in the day there was more like players have gotten softer, and um, just the game in general. Like NBA, it's quite a shame because like some stuff like that's not going to be a thing. Like I think you're going to see more and more uh, players being more like laid back now. Like not that they're not going to try as hard, but like the flashy stuff, I think is going to work its way out of the game. Like you'll get some ball handling, but what I mean by like dunks and that kind of things, like I feel like it's just going to work itself out of the game because players just don't want to, oh, if I do this, then I might jump and land weird, and next thing you know, I'm injured. And like I feel like
Yeah.
players back in the day didn't care about that.
Yeah, well, it's already like that. Even with the the introduction of like I like to I'll call it like the Steph Curry era, where all like the players basically the three has basically dominated the game. It keeps people out of the paint for the most part, like for driving and going into the paint. Like they just shoot a three instead of driving, which
Yeah.
driving and paint play is all that basketball was back in the day. Like that's all. If you were
It
big
was
and strong,
it was a back to the
you just
basket
dominated
game.
the paint. Yeah, yeah, you just dominated the paint. And I mean, you got 7-footers now taking threes, which you never would have never seen back in the day either.
No. No, that's like the game is shifted to an outside thing. Like now, if you can't shoot threes, you're kind of not
Yeah,
great.
and
Like
it takes the aggression away.
everyone on the floor can shoot now. Like to
Yeah,
shoot threes. Like is a long to mid range shooter. Everyone is a guard now,
yeah,
right? Like the game now is transitioned to like anybody on a fast break or anybody on a transition can just pull up at the 3 point line and sink the three.
yeah,
Before, like you're not tossing, even like a DeAndre Jordan. Like he's not. He was still like a more of a. He was still a more of a traditional big man.
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, you still
he
have some of these
he
players.
never like he don't shoot threes or like an Andre Drummond. Like they're
Yeah,
not 3 point shooters, but like you got players now that play down low that can just roll out to three and just shoot threes all day long.
yeah,
Which
yeah,
I don't know. I don't really like that part of the game that like now you got post players that tend to like to hover out around the 3 point line, which I don't
yeah,
necessarily agree with. Like if you're trying to play, especially if you're trying to play zone, like the NBA, most teams and most everything in the NBA is either man on man or it's triangle and two. So you got two players playing man, and you got three playing zone. So you got a triangle in the middle, right? And then you got two players playing man. So wherever you stick those two players on is whatever. It usually
yeah,
ends up being like two guards. Two guards will play man, and then the other three will play like your power forward, the center, and the shooting guard will play, or the small forward will play the zone, and then you got your shooting guard and your point guard will play man. Usually that's how they play it in the NBA. So if your big men are forced out or are hovering out around the 3 point line, like it makes like that's how you effectively going to beat a zone by having a powerful big man pass it into the middle of the zone. That's the weak point. Like that's what I don't agree with big men. I don't agree with big man just hovering around the 3 point line all the time. I feel like it's just a safe way of like play post. You're a post
yeah,
player, play it.
yeah. But I mean, if you got the skills for it, and if it's working, I mean,
Yeah, like
I guess that's just
there is a time and place for it. So if you're like in the key and you get jammed up in the key and your center can roll out to the 3 point line and you kick it out to him and he can shoot it, well then that's fine. But like big man don't need to be out there all the time. That's what your
oh
guards
no,
that's what your guards are
that's what
for.
yeah, and that's what the big men are built for, but just staying in the post really. But I mean, yeah, it's just everything is just adapted to just be able to shoot, and
It's literally a
that's
shooter's game now. That's all it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Golden State has proved it. Golden
oh
State
yeah,
Golden State has proved it. Golden State has no post players. worth any talk about. What?
No.
Who's a back to the basket post player on Golden State? No one.
They got like
They got all
the
shooters.
yeah. It's like Kelly Oubre, and he's not even really. He's not even a back to the basket. He's not even a big man. In fact, he's more of like a guard or like a small forward.
Yeah.
But
So
he's got that aggressiveness that's most players don't have.
Yeah. So you don't have much. Like you got no. You just got all shooters. That's literally it. That's the team.
Yeah, that's what it's just evolved into. It's just shooting, and in one way, it's good and all, but like
It's
yeah, it's
good.
definitely
It does make the game a little bit less interesting now because there's
yeah
less variety to the game now.
yeah. It's
It's like
just really
everyone's a guard now. Like play
yeah. It's
everyone
just
as a guard.
pass until a shot is open, and then shoot it.
Yeah,
Really,
that's basically all it is now, which is it makes the game kind of boring. It does,
yeah,
and not saying that it's boring to watch or anything like that. Like I'm not saying I'm bored of it, but it does. Like you watch like older games where you have actual post players and you have actual guards, and you like they make plays where they pass it. Now don't get me wrong, there's still stuff like this that goes on in the NBA. It just happens less often. Where you pass it into your post player and then they just go at it in the key, like that.
yeah.
That's not, or like a simple fundamental. I seen this the other day, a clip, and I can't remember who it was, but it was a clip, and the ball he shot, and the ball bounced off the rim, and he ran in, got the ball, and put it back up. I'm like, you don't see that. Like you don't see a player shoot and follow their shot and grab the ball and then make a play.
Oh no,
Like it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's
Like
no. It's,
to me, like small stuff like that. Like I get like you're the NBA or whatever, but like certain things like that. That's what makes the game. Like that's what makes the game.
yeah, that's aggressiveness. Even to bring it back to the All-Star game now, even the All-Star game back in the day was intense. Like it was like a battle. The All-Star game even,
Yeah.
but now recently, well, the last All-Star game, it was actually pretty good. It was actually a competition
Yeah,
instead of just playing around.
I think they done the same type of thing with hockey as well. Like they actually made it to where like they wanted to have it as a game instead of just because people were saying like yeah it got boring after a while. Like the first little while it's like fun because the watch, but then like you got 4 quarters of people. I was going to say 3 quarters because the first quarter you're like watching and they're like kind of like fooling around and it's like kind of cool,
and then the rest 3
fun
quarters.
to watch. The other 3 quarters it just gets boring because now the players don't really know what to do and yeah.
And the score reaches 150 and they're like, do we go for 200 or like do we hold off?
It's like I don't know. But like yeah, when they make an actual game, that's pretty cool. But again, it all comes down to it's like, oh well, we don't want to play a game and be actually aggressive and play normal because it's like, well, I'm gonna get injured, and if I get injured, then I can't play.
Yeah, and it's the whole mentality like this is not actually for my team, and if I do get injured, then it was for a pointless, it wasn't
It's
actually
for a pointless game.
to.
So there's 2 ways to look at it. Unfortunately, it's just I don't know. There's some changes it's just the way it is, I guess. Once you get to the NBA, you get more lax, you get softer because it's all about showmanship.
I wonder, are they doing that? Are they doing that Kobe thing again this year for the All-Star game? Do you know? Because remember last year they had that like first team to get to 24 wins that like set or something, and then
I would say they're gonna do something.
Yeah, I can't. I haven't seen anything on it. How like the layout of the All-Star game, like what it's gonna be. But
that's all I know. That's all I've heard or read, I should say. I didn't hear like someone didn't just call me and was like, "Hey, this is how the All-Star game is gonna go down. All right, it's gonna be all one night."
Listen, this is me calling. Okay, you know why I'm calling. It's about the All-Star game.
Yeah, I actually called them. They asked me. I called them. They were like, I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And they were like, "Not much. How about you?" I was like, "Oh, just sitting on my couch." And they were like, "Password?" And I was like, "All-Star Game 2021 Atlanta." And they were like, "All right. So this is how it's going to go down." They were like, "It's going to be all one day, all right? Skills competition. 6:30 PST. PST? No, EST. EST. That's right. It's going to be then All-Star Game, then Dunk Contest, then All-Star Game again. But there's not 2 All-Star Games. There's only 1. But the thing is, there's 2 quarters. There's 4 quarters. So in the middle of the 2 quarters, there's going to be the 3-point contest. Then the All-Star Game is going to continue. I mean, I was like, hey, you mean halftime? They were like, yes, but kind of. And I was like, okay, you could have just said that. But anyway.
This doesn't seem like a very reliable source.
It was actually the assistant commissioner. Yeah. Not the commissioner, because I can't talk to Adam Silva. I mean, he's just, you can't do that. You gotta talk to his guys. The assistant commissioner. Who's the assistant commissioner anyway?
I don't know if there is
assistant commissioner.
I don't know. There's probably all these like titles, you know, like head chairman and all that.
There's always assistant commissioner. Yeah, always got to have one. But it's always just Adam Silva and his bald head. Just
Adam Silver, baby.
Yeah.
Just walking up there and shining. Here's a conversation to bring it into a weird segue here. But here's a conversation we are having over the past week. Talking about Adam Silver's bald head. Okay. We were having the conversation and asked the question. We were both wondering this actually. Do bald people who have like shiny bald heads still use shampoo?
Nobody seems to know the answer to this.
Nobody knows the answer. Okay, so I semi-confirm this, okay? So I was talking to a bald person and he confirmed that he doesn't use shampoo.
He confirmed that he doesn't use shampoo?
Yeah.
So what does he use?
He just used body wash.
He uses body wash just whole body.
Yeah, like just
from here down.
Yeah, this is the crazy part.
That must be weird. That's gotta be weird.
Yeah,
like
it gets crazy. Okay,
and I feel and you just that's weird to me.
So I'm wondering, do everybody who is bald, do some of them use shampoo or do all? Here's the real question: do they use shampoo or do they use body wash? We have.
That is the question we have to ask.
So this is the question that we have. The unknowing question right here is do bald people use shampoo or body wash?
Like to the whole thing. I feel like though, like if you're bald, what's the point in using shampoo? Is it just a waste of money to buy shampoo?
Exactly.
Because you don't have hair.
Right. And it'd be the same thing. Now, is it like a transitional thing to where people will have, you know, how there's some bald people who have like shiny bald heads everywhere. They don't have shiny bald heads everywhere. They just, you know, they have their own head, but you know, they
shiny
have
bald heads everywhere.
It's everywhere. There's people who have shiny bald heads and the shininess is all around, you know? But then there's the people who have the, you know, they're kind of bald, but they kind of have this, you know.
Yeah, they're choosing to be bald because there's some people that actually lose their hair. They had no choice. Yeah. There's some people that actually lost their hair, but there's some people that have instead of doing the cul-de-sac, we call it, they just shave it with a razor and go bald.
Right. So yeah, do they use shampoo?
See, I feel like there's some bald people that do use shampoo.
There might be some out there. Now, I'd like to hear the reasoning behind this, because you know, if a bald person is bald, shiny bald head, you know, beautiful, gorgeous, shiny bald head. Okay,
yeah, right. Okay.
And they use shampoo.
Why are you using shampoo though?
Why are you doing that? Okay,
you got no hair.
You got no hair. What are you doing?
But like this is all just skin now. It's all just a regular, like the same as like your neck, or like your body. But here's the thing, I don't use body wash on my face, so it's like because my face is sensitive. So like, is this skin the same sensitivity as this? Like when I shave this off, right? Another question: when they shave their head at first, right? Is their head just white? Like, does it look weird? That's what I don't understand.
We have a lot of questions for you, bald people. Okay.
Like, or do they wait until like this goes really thin to the point where it's like it's already like tanned up?
Yeah, I feel like if you're shaving your head to go bald, you're already kind of
Cause like my
have it.
head right now, right? Like it's kind of like it's shaved fairly short on the sides.
Yeah.
You can clearly see though. You can't really with the camera, but you can clearly see that this is whiter than this, right? Like
Yeah.
it's whiter. Now, if it was in it's in the winter now, but like if it was in the summer, well, almost spring, but if it was in the summer, it'd be a little bit different because this would get tanned up after a while because where my you know. But what
Right.
I'm saying is like when you initially shave your head, like if I were to shave my head right now, like bald, this would be
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, it'd
it
be
would
like
look whiter than my normal skin. Is what I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah, but I feel like if people are shaving their heads, they're already got, like
Yeah, they already got it
the forest.
pre-tanned.
Yeah, the forest has already started to get trimmed
Yeah,
down, and you
deforestation
get
has already
yeah,
happened.
and you got the light shining through, and there's already some, burning happening.
Yeah,
It's
so yeah, that makes more sense. It makes more sense because, or else that would just be weird. Because I've never
you
seen a
know,
bald person who just recently shaved their head. Like I've never seen someone who was like, "Yeah, I just went bald," and I was like, "Whoa, dude, your head, you look like you're wearing a white hat.
like a chosen bald person, like a,
You are the
like
chosen bald."
you you are the chosen bald one.
Like I'm gonna go bald at a point in my life. Not go bald, but like I feel like once again getting back to this conversation. But once I hit 50, I'm probably just gonna shave my head. Just for like, what's the point?
Just for something to do.
Yeah, like shave my head with a razor and just go bald.
You might as well at that point. I mean,
I don't know if I'd look good bald though.
I don't think I'd look good bald.
I feel
I
like
mean,
my
everybody,
ears stick out too much
but
to
I
go
feel like
bald.
everybody who is bald now
But
never thought they'd look
but
good
just
bald.
but just think about it for a second. Like if you like you got like a 5 o'clock shadow, and like you're older now, right? And then you go bald, and maybe it'd look better. I want to go bald and have a beard and just get tatted up and just be a 50-year-old tatted, bald, bearded dude. Yeah.
Just look like an absolute biker.
Two full arm sleeves and just tatted up. That's what
That,
arm sleeves are, but
that's what you need to do. See, that's just mandatory. Either that, when you get 50, you either shave your head, get a bunch of tats, and ride motorcycle, or you you go to a public pool and you go naked.
as we
That's the
talked about
two
this before.
as we mentioned before. Those are your two options. Okay.
But that's what I'm going for. I'm going for the bald beard. Not a
Yeah.
bald beard because that just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, then
But
you just be a naked face.
yeah, but like a bald head with a beard. Not now.
Right.
I mean a beard on my. I don't mean like a beard on my head, because that would
Bald
also
head,
be weird. I don't want a bald head
bald,
with a beard on it.
a bald-headed beard.
Yeah, I want to have a
This is
bald
getting
headed
very
beard.
confusing fast.
I want hair on my face and no hair on my head.
So yeah, we have a lot of questions for you bald people. Okay, what does
Yeah,
it feel like?
what
What does it feel like when the brisk cold air runs across your
Yeah,
your
and
head?
like, what does it feel like when you just like do this? Like, what does this feel like?
Can I
Like,
smack your
does it
head,
feel the
please?
same as like your forehead? Is it the same feeling as your forehead?
Yeah, it's just like an
Like,
infinite forehead.
when you touch your forehead, does it feel the same as up here? Like, and
Yeah,
is this
it's
sensitive? Like, is this dry? Like, is this different skin than this? Because all looks the same when you're bald. It just all
yeah,
looks, everything just looks the same. But for me, like this skin is like it's more. I don't know how to explain it. Like it gets drier easier, and like it's
yeah,
different. It seems like it's different. Maybe because it's coated in hair.
yeah.
Maybe
That
that's
might be
why.
that may be the reason. But also, what is the procedure to maintain your baldness? I mean,
Probably just
some people it's
shave.
easy. Yeah, some people it's easy because the hair just doesn't grow back. But other people have to like buff their head. But I don't know. Do people buff their head?
I don't
I
think
mean,
that's a common thing anymore. I feel like
I
that's more like if you're going out to a very formal event, then they like polished your head.
Hey Rhonda, get me my polisher. The head's coming out again. Okay, that's
What was that? What was that? All right. Well, might have to cut that one.
that might not make it. But yeah, we'll see.
Grab the polisher. It's like in the closet. But yeah, bald people confuse me. One day I'll understand. One day I'll understand how a bald person gets it. What? How a bald person does stuff. Do they buy like two in one? Like
yeah, that's
shampoo and body wash.
there's so many questions we have here, but
I just don't really know.
make sure to leave those in the comments. Any bald people out there watching,
But
drop
it
a
must
like.
be great. It has to be great. You can just toss on a hat. You can do whatever you want. You just get up. No matter, you can literally say, I woke up like this. Because you did. You woke up like this.
Just imagine you get out of the shower and you take the towel. You just take one swipe and it's done.
And it was like, and you're just done.
What does it feel like? So here's another question. What does it feel like when the water comes down on your head? That's a weird...
It's got to be a weird feeling.
That's a weird... I know it seems really strange. It just feels like any part of your skin, but it's not. It's your head.
Yeah, that's what confuses me. I don't understand how the skin just transforms and it just looks like your regular skin. But like underneath your hair, it doesn't look like your regular skin. Like if you guys haven't did this before, but like if you go in the mirror and you just like take your hair and pull it apart like this skin is super like white and like
if you
not
guys
great.
have never seen your scalp, I encourage you to look.
And like why is it called a scalp? But when you just shave your head, your scalp just disappears and just turns into skin.
Yeah, do you still call... As a bald person, do you still call the top of your head your scalp? Because I feel like referring to the top of your head when it's completely shaven as a scalp is very strange.
Just called your head now.
It's just called your.
But this is so weird to me.
It's called the elongated. It's really an elongated forehead.
It just transforms into your face.
You just have like a...
I mean, it kind of doesn't, but
it's just like morphs into a
forehead,
face. It's just it's crazy.
Like
no,
like this.
Look, no disrespect. If anything, I respect you more because you're rocking the baldness. I wish I could rock the baldness.
I would. Like I cut my hair fairly short now. Like I don't cut my own hair, but I have my hair fairly short now. But like being bald would even be better.
Yeah.
You could literally just jump in a pool and get back out and you look exactly the same. You wouldn't even know you were in a pool.
It's like you had that it's like you just jumped into a bathtub full of that like protectant, that water protectant.
Yeah.
And you just jump out like you're waxed.
You could just
like freshly waxed.
Yeah, you could just shake your head and then to be done with it.
I feel like when you become bald, you get this kind of like power that like no water sticks to you, like that ducks have on their wings. Like as soon as
it's like water off a duck's back, except water off a bald guy's head.
Water off a duck's back.
A duck's back. But like, yeah, I feel like that's just the way it is. Like the bald people have it good, They just know how to. They got it good.
You think bald people can run faster?
Probably. Swimmers shave their arms. This is another question. If you're bald, right? Do you have to wear a swim cap? Like, because you're already bald.
The purpose of a swim cap is... Wait, what is the purpose of a swim cap?
To maintain the hair.
So it just don't go crazy.
Yeah, so maybe you get aerodynamic stuff. Not aero, because you're in water. So
like water dynamics.
Water dynamics? I feel like that's a different thing. But yeah, like swimmers shave their arms and their legs. So like, why wouldn't they just shave their head?
Go bald. You just dive into the pool.
Do you need to wear a bald cap if you're bald?
There's almost
not
like
a bald cap. That would be pointless. Why would you wear a bald cap when you're bald? I mean, wear a swimmer's cap. Do you need to wear those caps if you're bald?
Wearing a bald cap when you're bald is like typing Google in the Google search bar.
I've did that before. I'm not proud of it. But yeah, like what like why do you like it's not necessary, I don't think, but like it does your ears like catch some water? Maybe it like does the hair on your arms really make that big of a difference? That's what I'm wondering. Like, why do they shave their arms? I'm not making fun. I'm not, no disrespect. I'm just asking why, because like my arms my arms are not that hairy. I don't have hairy arms. So like,
but some
is my swim coach going to be like, hey, shave those arms?
Like, imagine Robin Williams jumping into a pool. That man got some hair to deal with.
Yeah, but like exactly. But like, I feel like you don't have the like. I don't know. Shaving your arms and legs seems a bit excessive. Like, does that really slow you down that much?
I guess when you're talking Olympic, like seconds, milliseconds.
Can they wax you up and you like glide through the water?
I wonder, would that be cheating? If you put like wax all over your body, like butter, I don't know if that would help at all. I don't think really, that helps. I don't know. I just feel like you glide through the water. It's not like it's like a circus. Does that. Do you think it would add confidence?
It's just almost like a circus.
Yeah, it's just a circus when you get under the water, man. You just gotta
elephants and monkeys spinning balloons on their head.
Well,
that's not a part of a circus act.
But I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, okay, like for one, the hair on the arms thing. Okay, I get it. Maybe you shave your arms. I don't know why you shave your arms, but you do, because I feel like it doesn't really make that big of a difference. I can feel like shaving your body, but like I'd shave my body anyway, because body hair is gross. No disrespect, but it's gross. Shave my legs seems a bit excessive, but all right. But like, does the bald cap pin back the ears, which makes you glide through? Like, does it help with water in the ears? That's what I want to know.
I think it's just to prevent,
I feel like your coach force you to do it, or is that just a player's thing to be like a swimmer's thing? Maybe they can be called players too, I guess. They're playing a thing.
You're playing something.
Playing swimming?
Playing with that. Yeah, what is it?
Playing with the pool?
But I'm playing with the...
What's the sport? The sport is swimming. You're not playing anything.
I'm participating in the act of moving.
You're playing in the pool.
I don't know
essentially.
What is the official term? Like, what do they say for Olympic? Like, I guess it's just
swimmers. Olympic swimmer.
Yeah. Because you say you're like playing basketball. Like I'm swimming.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm golfing. You know what's also weird? That I just thought about that you said that. All right, like you say, like I play hockey, I play like basketball, I play football. Golf is the only one where you can say both. Because you can say golfing, like I'm golfing, or I play golf.
Did you see what I said? I said I'm golfing and I'm playing swimming.
I mean, they're two different things.
Well, they could be the same thing if you're really tempted to find your ball.
I mean,
but
depends on how. Yeah, I mean, how many balls you hitting in the water. And
that's the thing.
I mean, if you're hitting a load of balls in the water, you just ripping off those clothes and slapping on that hat and then swimming.
I mean, if you're really determined, I watched a video of a scuba diver find a bunch of balls in the water. It was crazy.
It's the same thing that dude does where he dives and finds guns. There's this dude that dives in like areas, and sometimes he finds guns, stolen guns. I know who you're talking about.
It's D Almighty or whatever. I think.
And he has to report. He reports them to the police.
Yeah, he found like ashes one time. Like actual like.
Yeah, he like finds a whole bunch of stuff in the water. Yeah, every video I see of him, he's just pulling out guns.
Yeah, he's got a load of guns and phones for some reason. Yeah, he's got a bunch of phones and fish hooks.
He reports.
I mean, that's what
he reports all the guns to the police, so they come and take the gun because it could be evidence of a whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously a stolen gun or a gun that someone pitched in the water.
Yeah. But to bring it back now, I don't know what that whole thing was, but to bring it back to golfing and I'm playing golf.
Yeah, you can say both. You can say like I'm going golf, like I play golf and I'm golfing.
What about like curling?
Professional
It's
golfer.
Kind of the same thing. Well, it's curling's a little different because I'm playing curling and I am curling.
Yeah, because you're not. Yeah, you are not curling.
Both is suitable to use the ing form
I
of
mean,
the.
you could be curling, depending on.
I play,
mean, if you got
but
long hair, you might be curling your hair.
Golf is like I play golf, but curling is like I'm playing curling.
Yeah, but there's three. There's actually three for golf because like it can be like I'm golfing, I play golf, I'm a golf player. Like there's a whole bunch. Like
and
you
I'm
can't
a golfing
say
player.
like I'm basketball. You can't say I'm basketball unless your name's basketball.
Wait, hold on though. Hold on. No, because you can't. Yeah, you say I play
Now you
basketball.
just
You can't
sound
say
like you're
I'm
bragging.
basketball.
Like I am basketball.
No, you know what we should bring into the mix is putting the ing on the end of basketball. So I'm
Basketballing?
basketballing. Yeah,
I'm
that's
balling,
what
dude.
should be.
Like
Hey, mom, leave me alone. I'm basketballing.
yeah, but like sometimes you can be like you can be like, hey, want to go out for a game of ball? And I like, how do I know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I always get confused. It's like you want to play ball, like basketball,
Football,
baseball,
soccer.
softball.
What
Exactly.
what do you want to play here?
Ball is involved in almost every sport. Now,
Because
most of the time I know what they're talking about, but holy voice cracks
I
today.
tend to know like what sport they're implying. Because like I play basketball, so no one's looking at me and be like, hey, want to go out and play ball? And I'll be like, yeah. And then we start throwing around a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Like I'm not batting tennis balls.
I feel like at that point I'd be asking a couple questions though.
I'd be like, hey, for one, who is this person? Because they obviously don't know who I am. And for two,
Yeah.
why am I playing ball with them? And for three, why did they ask me to come out and play with them? How did they know? That sounds really weird. Probably come out and play ball with them, and coming and play with them just sounds odd.
Kids, don't talk to strangers.
Especially ones like that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But yeah, you know, it is what it is.
And for four, why is the sport that you're playing tossing around a tennis ball? I mean, when in history? That's deep. That's like at any time in history. But no, what I was gonna say, whenever is someone going to say, "Want to play ball?" and you guys go out and play tennis? When are they ever?
I feel like tennis players call it playing ball.
Well, not
Maybe,
tennis. I
probably
mean,
not.
yes, people do that. I mean, throwing around a tennis ball. That's a little weird.
Yeah, I just realized what I said. You're probably not throwing around a tennis ball. I mean, sometimes when we were camping and like we didn't have nothing else, I don't know why we had a tennis ball though.
It was always weird balls that we brought too.
Why was a tennis ball there? Why wouldn't we just have a baseball?
We always brought a tennis ball. We had a softball. No baseball ever.
Yeah, just
Actually,
a softball.
There was that one time when we had that weird blue colored baseball. Remember that? Like it had like the marble blue going through it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
They were like fake baseballs.
Yeah, I don't know how you can have a fake baseball, but we did it.
I think there was like it was kind of cushiony.
Yeah, they were. But yeah, it was never a baseball that we brought except for that one time.
And for some reason, we always had a tennis ball.
Yeah, it was always a tennis
ball.
And one time it was a lacrosse ball.
Yeah,
like
we have a lacrosse ball. I've never played lacrosse in my life.
Why do we have a lacrosse ball?
I have no idea.
So weird.
Super bouncy though.
Oh, crazy bouncy.
Like you take those things out on the road and just pitch them.
Yeah. We never played lacrosse with them, but they sure could be played lacrosse with.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're certified lacrosse balls.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't been in contact with the seller, but
you haven't been in contact with a certified lacrosse ball before?
No,
it's like super bouncy too, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, with tennis balls galore.
Oh yeah, we love those tennis balls and ripping open the can.
They also smell amazing.
See, this is where I don't know because
They smell
when I open
amazing.
when I open a can of tennis balls, all I smell is like fish or something. That weird smell that
No,
comes out.
when you open a can of tennis balls, they smell amazing.
Depends
Oh, it
on the
smells
tennis
so
ball, I
good.
think, because you go to Walmart and you get a tennis ball
No, you got
pack
to
and
get
it
the
smells
the good tennis
like
balls.
like the Wilson balls or whatever they are.
Yeah,
You seem really passionate about this smell.
this smells really good. I haven't smelled it in a while.
I wonder I wonder if there's a company out there that makes like exotic smell. Oh, there definitely is. What am I saying? That makes like exotic smelling like like cologne and stuff. So
That's
like
what I
tennis
want to
ball.
do. Start up a candle company, but call it Exotic Seas, exotic candles, or
Whoa.
exotic smelling, or smelling exotics.
You
That's
gotta
what
be
I
careful.
want.
Gotta be
Smelling
careful.
exotics.
Oh yeah. You gotta be careful with these ideas out here. Someone might take them.
Oh yeah, I'm just kind of just whipping them out in the crowd here, aren't I?
Just throwing them out to everybody here. Just take my exotic candle idea. Take the tennis ball smell.
Take me. Uh,
Take me with you.
don't take
Because
me. But if you do take the idea, I mean, take my. If you do take the idea, I'd at least get in contact, like comment on my YouTube video or something, and I'll
yeah,
respond. I'd like
at
to
least
at least to have like 35% equity, because I
that's
came up
pretty
with the
sweet.
idea. But I came up with the idea.
I guess so, yeah.
It's my
But
idea.
there probably is something out there. If you were to search it, I guarantee you'd be able to find a tennis ball scented
Exotic,
cologne.
like smelling exotics.
Yeah, like you're smelling real
Is there
exotic.
an actual
You,
company called Smelling Exotics? Because if there isn't, I'm gonna make one. And it's gonna be candles, and it's gonna be exotic smells.
if I had to guess,
Like,
there
just think
probably
about it for a second, right? Just think about it. Like freshly mowed grass, candle smell. You light your candle, smells like freshly mowed grass. Freshly cut wood by a chainsaw. You've ever smelt that smell of a chainsaw cutting
Oh
through
yeah.
wood? It smells
Oh
amazing.
yeah. Yeah. Or like something strange like overly burnt toast in a toaster.
A
Like
burnt toast in a toaster. Yeah.
yeah.
The only thing is you'd have to tell your friends because they might think they're having a heart attack.
Yeah, or stroke, whatever it is.
I think it's a stroke, yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
when you have
apparently
a
you smell
stroke.
burnt toast. I have no experience, but just saying,
Why
like,
do how do people know this? Like
I don't know, maybe there's a guy who had a stroke and he was like, yeah, I smelled burnt toast and I had a stroke.
but why does that even happen?
But there's also
What
other tests that you can do, like, I think is raise both arms above your head and, like,
yeah.
lick out your tongue. If
Yeah,
you
or
can't
like
do
look in
that,
the mirror to see
look
if
in
your
the
face is
mirror.
like yeah, to see if your face is like drooping, you know, that like
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant, like, you wouldn't be able to see your reflection or something.
you turn into a vampire when you have a stroke if you didn't know.
Yeah. Like, look in the mirror, make sure you can see your reflection. If you can, you're all good.
If you can't, you've officially become a vampire. And now you know you're really doomed.
Yeah, and you smell burnt toast. But there could be also toast just burning in the toaster.
There
Make
could
sure you
be
check
so
your
like
toaster before you just assume stuff.
yeah, before you're like calling 911 and all that. Make sure you check your toaster. Someone could have left toast in there. You
Someone
never
could
know.
have a toaster.
There's always could be a toaster around.
Just probably check it.
Yeah, you
Don't be
should probably
leaving
check
toaster plugged in either.
or ask someone else if they can smell burnt toast too. But
There's
make sure
always
there's like
that option. Make sure
yeah,
if it's any weird smell, like it's like you smell that it's a weird smell, and if they say like whatever, and then I'm like, oh, didn't they smell it too? I'm not crazy.
yeah. But make sure you're in contact with like 3 people because like the person you're talking to about the burnt toast smell could also be having a stroke at the same time. So
Now that would be a very that would be a very strange like coincidence. It'd be really weird.
it's possible though.
It's possible, but like I mean, what an unlucky day you're having.
What an unlucky day in your situation. Uh,
That's a
my
weird. That's a
condol
strange
my condol
coincidence.
my condolences to anybody who's been in that situation.
I mean, that would be
Uh,
awful.
that would be quite terrible. You both realize that your faces are drooping, and at
That
that
would be
point, I mean,
awful. I mean, how would that even? That's like the stars along, like the planets, like combine into one. Like
Universe.
Mars, like that's probably when like Mars and the moon like get closer to Earth at the same, and they like atmospherically align with the sun, and then the sun rays like shoot through each of the atmospheres, and like then like make it, and it weakens the sun's rays, but it only happens like one in every like 4 million years, and like when it happens, two people that's standing together simultaneously have something really bad happen to them.
Yeah, and it just so happens to be, you know.
I mean, it could be anything, but like
could be anything.
Just
could get struck by lightning, you know, twice
at the same time.
Yeah,
you and your person.
If you were holding hands with someone and got struck by lightning,
it would zap through both of you.
Both of you? Yeah, because they got to go to the ground.
Yeah.
That would be quite interesting.
It's the same thing for when.
It's a little weird, but
it wouldn't be. Yeah, it is. It would zap through both of you. It's the same thing if someone's getting electrocuted. You should. The best way the thing to do is if you could kick them out. You have to either pull them away. You can actually get sticks, and at the end it has a hook. So for like you can wrap it around someone and pull them away from it. Or because if not, you kind of gotta like kick them, or like kick them off, or like push them. But you got to be very careful because it can also travel through you.
You kind of gotta jump up and like kick them with your 2 feet away, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You kind of gotta So that's why they create those sticks. So if you're working on most of the time it's with electrical panels, because breakers have high voltage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's carrying around these sticks? Just you always got a stick on hand.
You can haul them away from it, because if not, they won't be able to let go. Some people think they can like get shocked, but if you're getting shocked with a high amount, you won't be able to let go. Your muscles just freeze, and you're gonna stay in that, and you're just gonna keep getting shocked. So you have to be physically pulled away from it.
Yeah.
But like I said, you can't touch the person, because then you will also get, the electricity is also going to travel through you too.
Right.
High voltage, just voltage is not so bad, but like current kills. So if you got a high amount of current, AC is real bad, which is what's coming into your house. So, you get shocked by that, you could die very quickly.
It's quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's a guy who got struck by lightning twice.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, dude.
That's a real unfortunate dude.
I mean, at a point where you're just asking for it. I mean, if you're up at the top of a mountain during a thunder and lightning storm and you're just holding a metal rod, I mean, you probably got a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting struck by lightning if you're doing that.
It's like so many million volts or something. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it like a mega volt? I'm pretty sure. I'm just tossing numbers out of my forehead right now. I don't even know if that's right, but like I think. Hold on, I'll get back to you on this. But how much voltage is
in a lightning bolt?
Lightning bolt. It says that each bolt can contain up to 1 billion volts of electricity. I said million. God. This says billion. And this was posted by National Geographic.
Oh, well, it's got to be right then.
About 300 million volts. And about 30,000 amps. That is insane.
That's insane, man. Like,
in comparison, which is 120/15. But like, it's crazy because 300 million volts.
How's the dude insane. Surviving more than one?
It's like 3 megavolts.
Crazy.
Which is insane. Yeah, how'd the dude even survive?
The dude must have been just
a direct hit by a bolt of lightning kills about 50 people per year. I didn't think it would be that high.
50 people per year. Oh my gosh, man! Lightning's out for blood. Gotta watch out for lightning in the streets, man.
Yeah, it says it can heat the surrounding air to 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, you're getting cooked if you get hit by lightning.
Yeah, it says they often suffer from permanent brain and heart damage and or other body parts. I would say,
That
like,
is quite
I'm surprised it just don't hit you and like just blow off one of your limbs, because it can actually do that. Electricity can go in you and just like blow off one of your limbs.
yeah. You ever see a picture of a dude who got struck by lightning?
No.
There's like these scar going right across it. I don't really even know what it is. If it's
Yeah,
a
because it
scar,
can
like,
it can come right through and burn. Basically, it's going to be a burn, a severe burn.
yeah, that it's just insane how nature can be so crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. The fact that the you have lightning, this thing that can just be generated in nature, and like be so like crazy, you know?
So deadly.
Yeah, it just strikes
Just
the
like
ground.
just like any of those animals. Why do those animals exist? Just those deadly animals.
I
Like
don't really know what the purpose is, but you know they're there. Black widows. What are we
like a
doing?
like a frog that like climbs on you and like kills you from poison or
They
something like
just
that. Like
eat you. I'm pretty sure they don't eat you, but
yeah, I don't know a frog that ate a human before. I don't think I heard that in the news or anything.
it's probably not a thing. But there's tarantulas out there that eat birds, which
Oh
is
yeah.
just absolutely crazy.
Wonder how long it would take a tarantula to eat a human. Would it even eat a human?
I think it would just destroy it. But like how? How does a tarantula eat a bird? A bird. Just think about that
How
for a
did
second. This is a meat-eating tarantula. Then
how does the bird get in that situation
it
in the
doesn't.
first
I
place?
actually I don't think it eats the meat. I think I'm wrong there. I think it just sucks the blood.
Oh my gosh.
I think it just sucks the blood out of it. You know, that's what a spider does with an insect. I'm pretty sure. What happens is they take them, they wrap them all up, they inject poison into them, they wrap them all up, and then they suck the insides out of it, and then they let it go.
Wow.
They don't
Spider,
necessarily eat the thing; they just suck the whole thing out, and then
spiders are
toss it.
ruthless.
I'm pretty sure that's how spiders do it.
Yeah. How they getting through that bird and like yeah, what are spiders don't eat meat.
With their
What?
big old fangs, and then they suck the stuff out of them.
So
I'm pretty sure they
aggressive.
just suck the ever living life out of them. Like
Spiders really
blood.
do. They're just
Tarantulas
out.
are crazy.
The whole animal kingdom is just out for
Like
blood on
you
each other.
guys over in like Australia and stuff, like you guys got to be crazy. Like how do you deal with that stuff? And we don't get it here because it's just too cold. Thank goodness for that.
We have nothing here.
Can you
Literally
imagine
nothing.
just going into your house and seeing a tarantula just crawling across your floor?
Yeah. Like we get terrified for
No,
these
thank
June
you.
bugs that we get every June, and it's only in certain
They're
areas.
like a
Well,
big beetle,
yeah, they're just
basically.
these big beetles. They come out at night in June. It's really weird when June comes around. These bugs
Only
come
that
out.
time of year, and there's only for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're like this big, and they just go crazy. They fly around at night, and they're just insane.
And they
They just
make
go
this
everywhere.
loud. They're super like, um, they're not very smart bugs. Like they'll just
Yeah,
ram in. They just ram into wherever there's light. But like
yeah,
they're like pretty big. They're like this big and probably like that wide. Like they're big.
yeah,
They're fairly big beetles, and they
yeah,
like when they fly with the hard shell, they make this like this loud clicking noise, so you can
yeah.
hear them when they're coming towards you. But
And
like
they're attracted to light. So like
and
in your
white,
house,
they're bright
yeah,
colors.
and in your house at night, if you have the lights on, you'll hear like banging on the windows. It's them like trying to get in.
Yeah,
Like
they're very attracted to light and like I said, bright colors. If you go outside with like a white shirt on, they'll come towards you.
yeah. So
You'll attract them.
during the month of June here, you're covering your hair and everything walking
Also,
outside.
it's not great for people with long hair because they also where they're so stunned they'll fly and they can fly into your hair and then they like get crazy and then they'll all tangle up in your hair and a lot of times you gotta
Yeah,
cut them out.
yeah. That's what happens. So yeah, that's like the worst. That's like the worst. Well, I don't think it's the worst thing that we have, but it's one of those things that's like yeah,
Yeah, but
just
like you guys that got like tarantulas and like scorpions and like tarantula hawks and what's another one? And those
I don't know. It's
crazy
a lot.
things, black widows, and uh, all kinds of things. What? There's another one, and I forget the name of it. There's something
Just
ant. It's like
yeah. It's just too many to count. Honestly, how do you go to
there's a
sleep at
lot.
night?
That's what I
I'd be
don't
terrified.
understand. Like I've seen people in camps that work over there, and they had to sleep with a screen over the bed because there's tarantula, or there could be a scorpion in the room.
It's just nuts. Like, what do you like?
So you wake up and there's a scorpion crawling across your face.
That's lovely.
Scorpions are big too.
Oh, they're huge, and
Like
they'll do
imagine you're
damage.
just used to seeing that.
It's like, oh, it's just a scorpion.
Oh, don't worry, it's just Scorpedo just crawling across. This is what my claim was. And like people laugh and think I'm joking when I say this all the time, but I brought it up before. Why don't? And it would be the ultimate, like people like dogs, like I know I understand like yeah, dogs, but like some people have like German shepherds and for like protection and stuff. And I understand that too because they're like guard dogs, they're police, there's a reason why they're like police dogs and whatever, or like pit bulls or whatever for like protection. Why don't we find a way? Why aren't we in like researching a way to make these bugs our pets so we can train them? All right.
I wonder if bugs have the mental
Can you
capacity.
imagine if somebody was trying to mess with you and you just snapped your fingers and then 30 scorpions just assembled by your side? Or like two tarantula hawks like hovered above two of your shoulders. And you're just like, yeah, let's go. And they
Let's
just
go, dude.
attacked. And you were like, sick them. And then all of a sudden they just attacked them. This tarantula hawk sting is so bad it can paralyze you. This dude they have no chance. So why don't we, and these tarantula hawks will actually, these bugs will scare away other bugs. So like if you had a pet tarantula hawk, you'd never have any other bug problem because it would just dominate every other bug in your house.
That's a good point. I wonder if these bugs have the capacity to be able to learn.
I think they'd be able to. I think I'd be able to master the bug for sure.
You'd be able to get inside.
Either that or just get like a pet lion or something.
Yeah. It's frowned upon a lot. Pet lions, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like we're being so cruel to like those animals, but like understand like the bug world, but we haven't experienced the bug world yet. Why don't we dive into the bug world, right? Start getting pets, bug pets, and then use those bug pets to do whatever. We can use them to fight in wars. Bug pets. You imagine? Can it like we just like the newest addition to our army or the newest addition to our police force is the 37 tarantula hawks.
Yeah. We got Sergeant Scorpion over here.
Sergeant Tarantula, and it's a big tarantula hawk. It's like 30 of them, and they're just in the cage in the back of the van. And instead of it says canine unit, it says bug unit, or like
Insect unit.
Yeah, or like the insecticide unit, insection unit, the marsupial unit. What's marsupials again? I forget. That's a platypus, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Pretty sure that's a platypus. I mean, we could have platypus police things too if we want. What's a platypus? Is that a duck and a beaver?
Platypuses are very strange because they're like one of the only.
Is it platypuses or is it platypus?
Platypi?
Is it octopus? It's octopus, right? Yeah, you don't say
Wait.
octopuses.
You say octopi?
Octopi? That just sounds like a villain in a Marvel movie.
Octopus?
Octopi.
Like, hey, there's a group of octopus. Is that what you say?
Yeah, you don't say octopuses. Look, there's a bunch of look at all these octopuses.
Hey, look at all these octopuses.
Yeah, you don't say that. You definitely don't say it in that accent either. Probably not.
No.
But like you say octopus. Same thing with moose and mice. Or not moose.
So I heard
mice.
I heard
Mice and moose are
something.
two different things. Moose. And you don't say
Me
mooses.
say meese.
No, you definitely don't say meese. You don't
No,
say
but
geese.
I
But the thing is, you say geese and mice. Why can't you say
you say goose.
meese?
You say goose, geese, mice, and not meese or not meese or mice. Okay, so
Or
here's where it
moss.
gets a little tricky because moose could be meese and mice could also be meese.
Mice could be meese?
I don't know if it could be, you know. So I seen this thing the other day that said you can actually say mooses. There is actually a context where you can say mooses. I think when there's multiple different kinds of moose, so
You can actually say mooses? There's different kinds of moose?
like bull and cow, and you know what I mean,
Oh, like, yeah, bull, cow, and calf.
yeah. So like, oh look, there's mooses. There's like because there's different kinds, but if you have like two bulls walking by, look, it's moose.
That sounds like
Like
some Shakespeare break
I
the
think
English language
that,
thing.
that might be the other way around. It might be the same. You say mooses. I don't know.
Let's just hold, like, I understand what you're saying here, but like, for one, I know I kind of jump in here, but like, I just want to say something for a second. Okay, any time that like Shakespeare, right? Shakespeare broke all kinds of English rules because he never followed the English language apparently. Anytime I brought it up to like, anytime it was brought up to like my English teacher or whatever in school, they'd always be like, "Yeah, well, when you know the English language, you can break it." I'm like, listen, I know English, all right? And how do you know this dude knew? He was
Yeah.
alive back in 1422, all right, with Caesar, all right? So how do you know that this man knew English so well? Apparently this dude was some genius English professor, and he was able to break the English language because he knew it.
Yeah, they always say that. That's their number one go-to excuse. It's like, why was Shakespeare able to talk so stupidly? Like, what even is
Okay, I
that?
don't even know what that language is because I don't understand it.
It's not English. Let me tell you that. It's not English.
No, it's like,
I don't care what you tell me.
I
Okay?
for art thou thee, thy, thee phallus, thee for the. And I'm like, what are you saying?
Look, he uses all English words,
It's
yes.
just a bunch of these and thys and theys.
They're all jumbled. Like they don't make any sense.
Like,
And even the words used back then are incomplete. They don't mean the same thing at all. They say like in the book, like back then this meant this, back then this meant
yeah,
this.
so
So
like,
why are we still learning this?
thee I that to thee thy village of thy palace. And it's like, what does that mean? Oh, it actually meant he was a traveling warrior who traveled from his palace and fought off soldiers so they actually bring back money, shillings, and bread to his family. I'm like, all right, well, I didn't get that at all, but it just sounded like a bunch of these, thys, palace, and village. It's all I hear from Shakespeare, ever.
This is my question. Why in the world is this so mandatory to learn about?
It literally makes no sense. All right. Okay. Okay. Speaking of that, we should jump back to where we were because we were talking about the moose thing. We don't talk about
Right.
moose and meese, so you don't say moose. We were gonna like, okay, let's bring it back, reel it back in to platypus. What is a platypus?
So a platypus, I should know this because I just
Studied marsupials.
that's just what I exactly did. No, I kind of did that. I'm not even kidding. Kind
Is
of
there
did
more than one marsupial, or is
it.
it just a
I
platypus?
took that's a
What,
good question.
is a beaver a platypus? I mean, no, a beaver's not a platypus. Is a beaver a marsupial?
So a marsupial, I don't even know if a platypus is a
Am I
marsupial
saying this right? Marsupial?
because there's marsupials, there is well, I'm lost. I don't know any other one.
Aractids. That's what I was thinking about. Aractids?
Yeah,
Aractids?
arachnids are spotted.
Arachnids. Yeah, right.
Iraq kids.
Er-
Iraq kids.
Erect nibs.
You know.
That's what it is.
I'll go through a bag of nibs like nothing.
Nibs are great. Why do they taste nothing like Twizzlers?
Wait, are nibs are nibs
I
and
don't know.
Twizzlers?
It's like
Are
you.
nibs and Twizzlers thing?
I don't think so. It's like you took a Twizzler and you just didn't twist it. You just chopped it all up.
It's like a twirl. It's like a twirl. It's not a Twizzler. It's just like a tur. You know,
It's
like
not a tur. A tur is a bird.
yeah, I know.
It's a completely different thing.
There's no twisting birds. Okay. There's no twisting.
It's definitely not a tur. Okay, back to
No,
arachnids. All right. So
arachnids.
What? Arachnids? Arachnibs?
Arachnibs. That's what we were saying.
Arachnibs?
That's how we got to that conversation.
No. Aractides? I'm pretty sure it's aractides, isn't it?
You ever want to eat a Tide Pod?
What?
Well, you said arachtides, and I just thought of Tide Pods. People were eating Tide. There was just that time period where people were just eating Tide Pods like it was nothing.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Probably don't do that.
We don't even talk about it anymore. Like
who came up with that idea to just jam a Tide Pod in your mouth? It's basically like drinking dish liquid.
Yeah, even worse. I think
dish detergent.
Yeah,
it's literally dish detergent, but it's really concentrated.
Detergent.
It's really concentrated. So like you're getting the full. That's like chugging like concentrate, like orange juice concentrate, except it's detergent.
I think it's a little bit different than chugging orange juice.
Concentrate.
I wonder what the flavor's like though. Are they enjoying?
It looks good.
Themselves?
I'm not gonna get like. Don't get me wrong. It looks delicious.
And then you got those people who actually make edible ones. Like no,
they're probably not do that. Didn't your kids get all the wrong ideas? Now you're just confusing them.
Why are you doing that? Stop making edible Tide Pods, okay?
Okay, so here's the thing. Back to that. Is an arachnid a platypus?
Well, that is arachnids are spiders, so I would assume
arachnids are spiders. Okay, let's get on track here. There's enough fooling around. Okay, platypus, right? Is its own species, right? It's not a crossbreed between anything. I'm pretty sure it's its own species.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, beavers are not even. I don't even think beavers are related. Like,
how cool would it be if it was like a beaver and a duck, just combined together and made a platypus?
What do platypuses even do?
I don't know what they do.
Do they like?
They look like a duck. They look like a duck and a beaver.
Yeah, they really do.
If anything, it should be called like a beaver duck, a duck beaver.
Should be called like a buck, you know? Should be called a buck, a beak,
a deaver,
or a deaver. Deavers will stick.
A duck-eaver.
A duck-eaver. Now that's a little reaching. A duck-eaver. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable calling it that. I don't know. Some people might.
A bulk-heaver.
A bulk-heaver?
A bulk-heaver?
Now that can stick. Bulk-heaver.
A bull-keeper.
A bull-keeper.
A bulk-heaver?
A bull-keeper. Is that someone who like has bulls and they just like tend to them?
No, do you know what they are? You know what bull keepers are? Is the guys that, the dudes that ride bulls? Is the guy that like lets them off, like that opens the gate. They're there.
They also say like a bull keeper is like someone who like keep like secret, like they're keeping like bull, like they're lying all the time.
A bull keeper. Yeah, they just keep a bunch of bull.
Yeah, that's all they are.
I'm not proud of that.
Or someone who has a lot of Red Bull, sponsored maybe.
A bull keeper.
Yeah, you're just like a bull keeper.
A Red Bull keeper.
Yeah.
Keep a lot of bulls.
Yeah. You keep a lot of them bulls. Or Red Bulls, in fact.
Yeah, or you keep in a lot of bull.
What is a love for a bull? When does a love for a bull get to the point where you want to ride it for a living?
I don't think it's a love. I think it's just a sport of riding an angry bull.
You just want to feel that adrenaline?
They're angry, by the way. And I think there's a history of those bulls first. I think when they first started riding them, they were like too easy, and then they bred them. There's a thing that happens with those bulls, that they like bred them with something else, and it made them even more like aggressive. They're just super aggressive bulls.
They're just always angry, but then they calm down super fast.
They can kill you. It's a very dangerous sport. They can throw you off and kill you. Because if the rider gets thrown off the bull can come and stomp on you, and then you're dead. Or it can kick you while you're down.
I would say there's a greater chance of you getting stepped on than you not getting stepped on when you're getting thrown off.
Yeah, if that 1,000-pound animal just puts his 2 hoofs down across your chest, you're done.
Yeah, it's over with.
Or puts his hind legs through your rib cage, you're dead.
Or like boots you off his back and then kicks you on the way down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just gonna put his hind legs straight through your rib cage.
You're getting
dead for sure, dude. You're probably gonna be paralyzed for the rest of your life, which is kind of sucky. Like to be like that's your profession. Huge betting thing too.
Yeah, people love betting on those weird sports, man.
Anything
not weird. If you ride bulls, no offense, but people love betting on sports like that. Anything to do with dirt, people love betting on it.
Yeah, like, and same thing like with horse racing. Huge bets.
Yes. It's very dirty, bunch of dirt around. People love betting on it.
Love betting on it. Speaking of betting on it, I'm betting on this All-Star weekend. I'm actually not. I don't know where I was going with that.
Either. We brought it real far back. You brought it real far back with that.
See, this is how you create a story. Or a speech, right? You just started off with a topic, started off with your thing, and then you get up, and then you go back down, and then when you get to the end, before you say thank you and you're welcome, you wrap it back to what you said at the beginning.
You're like, I've had enough riding bulls.
I had enough for this bull ride.
I had enough for this bull, and I'm about to ride.
See, there's
something else.
I'm about to ride my way out of this popsicle place. That's the saying, right?
Yeah.
It's let's blow this popsicle stand. Is that right?
What does that really mean? Why is it so aggressive? Why are you blowing up popsicle stands? I mean, you could just leave.
I always thought it meant you went like, just like blow this popsicle stand.
You're blowing at a popsicle stand?
Yeah, I mean that's what it says. That's the saying. I blow this let's blow this popsicle stand. So you say it to a group of people, and you all just do this. What's a popsicle stand?
What's a popsicle stand, and why is it like?
You know what I picture?
Leaving in a place.
What was that? You kind of cut out there for a second.
What's a popsicle stand, and why does the meaning of a popsicle stand coincide with any place that you're leaving?
I always picture it as like a kid's lemonade stand, and it's made out of popsicles.
The stand itself is made out of popsicles?
Yeah, because you're a kid, you can't afford a stand. Probably just buy a table at Costco. But
the kid can afford a lot of popsicles though, and he must be living in like the Arctic because those aren't melting.
A popsicle stand? Why would a popsicle melt?
Well, you said the popsicle stand itself was made out of popsicles.
Yeah. You can just buy popsicles.
But these popsicles will melt in anywhere else.
Wait. No, I'm talking about like the popsicle stick.
Oh, the stick.
Yeah, it's called a popsicle, isn't it?
Yeah, popsicle stick.
Oh, wait. I get it now. They're talking about a stand that sells popsicles.
Yeah.
A popsicle stand.
Yeah.
But why are we blowing it?
This is what I mean. Why is the popsicle stand so? Why is a popsicle stand so
thinking about it such a different way.
Thinking about just a random stand made out of popsicle sticks.
That's what I was thinking. And then we blow it, and it just falls down, and we walk away from it.
See, you got it all wrong. This is a stand. This is like a carnival stand that sells popsicles.
And why do we want to blow this popsicle stand?
This is what I mean. On the one hand, you could be all just blowing at it, which is really pathetic when you think about it.
A bunch
Why are
of
you all blowing it?
people blowing at a popsicle stand? Let's blow
Yeah.
this popsicle stand. You just do
And then
this.
you leave. You blow at it, then leave. Or on the other hand, you could be physically blowing it out with a bomb,
No,
and that's really
where it gets
intense.
dark.
That's where it gets really dark because let's blow this popsicle stand. You're just gonna blow the place up and
Yeah, I
then
don't want
leave.
to be blowing no popsicle stands.
No. So which is it?
Someone could get hurt. I'm
Exactly.
saying it's just we just get up and leave this popsicle stand. Popsicle stands must be real bad.
Apparently, because people love leaving them.
People just love blowing them.
People,
Well,
yeah.
that's just a weird way of saying it. Cause like you're just out here like, I don't want to do that. Why would I do that? I'm not doing that. It's not hot.
And how many popsicle stands
I mean,
you
it
have
could
to
be a
blow
hot
to find
day.
a- Well, yeah, because that's why you're at the popsicle stand. But how many popsicle stands?
Why are you blowing it?
How many popsicle stands do you have to blow until you find the right one?
I'd say
Because-
probably one. Probably just the one. Probably, I feel like you just blow one and then you just don't go back.
Oh, okay. So you're saying people are never satisfied with the popsicle stand?
No, that's why they suck. How about we
You could
just
also
say let's blow this lemonade stand? This doesn't ring a
Because
bell.
I feel like blowing has something to do with the action of eating a popsicle. Maybe
That's just gross.
I don't know. Because then you could also say like, let's suck this.
Let's suck this popsicle stand?
Yeah.
That just sounds awful.
I know it sounds really, really intense, but these terms that get thrown around in phrases.
Yeah,
people
like
never really think about.
when you put suck in a phrase, it just sounds really aggressive.
But people say it all the time. They're like, "You suck, man."
I know, but like I don't know why, but that like you suck in a sentence sounds aggressive.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why. Like
I don't know when you.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that just sounds. This sounds like vulgar.
Hurt my feelings on that one. It just sounds so
Yeah.
intense.
Like I could be literally telling you like to get like whatever, or I could be like you could have a popsicle in your hand. I could be like just suck the popsicle because you've been just holding on to it and it's melting.
It just feels so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it just makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, with that message, we're gonna wrap this podcast up. It's gonna come to
We're gonna blow this popsicle stand.
we're gonna blow my popsicle stand out of here and get to bed. All right, so that concludes our Bench Warmers podcast episode number 6. Peace out. See you the weekend. All-Star weekend.
Live stream, baby. All-Star weekend, baby. And we are signing off, baby.
We will.
I don't know why I'm saying baby so much.
Yeah, you're doing something.
Win on it.
See you guys next time.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Drop a like if you did.
Don't forget to like, comment, and do stuff. Because
Do stuff.
That's cool
Do
too.
anything. Blow
Yeah.
the popsicle stand. I don't care.
And it's a bit aggressive, but all right. See you guys next time.
See you guys this weekend.
Peace.
Gosh, my calculator's open and everything.
Why is your calculator open?
Okay.